More than 2,000 years ago, Julius Caesar, Emperor of Rome, decided to invade Europe and to expand the Roman Empire. Soon his armies invaded, plundered, and occupied every country they could overpower. As a result of this, the Roman Empire grew, and about 55 years before Christ, it included a large part of northern Africa and most of Europe. Julius Caesar tried to invade England twice, but was not successful. It was only 100 years later, 43 years after Christ was crucified, that Emperor Claudius tried again and was successful. The Roman armies fought their way across southern England, and after crossing the Avon River, found a hot spring that was used by the local people, the Celts. However, evidence has been found that there was human activity at the spring more than 8,000 years BC. In other words, more than 10,000 years ago. That means that this spring has been producing 1 million liters of hot water every day at a temperature of about 48 degrees, and is still doing that today. The Celts had built the first shrine here and dedicated to the goddess Sulis. The Romans combined the name Sulis with that of their own goddess Minerva and constructed a temple in honor of Sulis Minerva. They always respected the beliefs of the people whose country they occupied. Romans were expert in building public baths, and with the help of their best engineers from Rome, built a magnificent complex that became popular with people coming from as far as Germany to make use of the water, which was thought to have beneficial properties. The next few centuries were truly the golden era for the Roman baths in Bath. It was during this time that it became an international destination for pilgrims, attracting visitors from all over the world. In 410 AD, the Roman army was needed back home, so they left England for good. The baths fell in a state of disrepair and were eventually destroyed by a flood and completely covered by mud. The local population still used the water from the spring and built other facilities that enabled people to bath and use the water for medicinal purposes. The magnificence of the Roman baths were forgotten, and new generations never knew that they had actually existed. Meanwhile, the city of Bath that had arisen on the same site was developing into a beautiful city. The abbey, which was founded in the 7th century and reconstructed many times, was rebuilt during the 12th and 16th century with major restorations in the 1860s. Putney Bridge, with its beautiful weir, was constructed in the 18th century. And it was also in the 18th century when workers doing excavations came upon some remnants of the original Roman baths. This was an exciting discovery, and almost immediately plans were made to recover this ancient, forgotten masterpiece of engineering. Today we are indeed very fortunate to be able to visit the Roman baths and see this magnificent work of ancient engineering and its original splendor. The water circulate via original Roman plumbing and still provide the nearby abbey with underfloor heating. Visitors are able to taste and drink the water as and when they feel like it. There is a legend that says that British King Bladud built the first baths on this site in 863 BC, after the spring water cured him and his herd of pigs of leprosy by merely wallowing in the warm mud. His statue can be seen overlooking the king's bath. Of course, the goddess Sulis Minerva had a rightful place here. On the pediment of the temple is the head of a gorgon. It is an ancient carving that was found when the Roman baths were rediscovered. Although there are many theories, the exact meaning of this statue is not really known. Videos on the wall show scenes of what life could have been like here. Every year, millions of people come from all over the world to enjoy the city of Bath, which has been described as England's most elegant city. It is easy to see why, as we wander through this beautiful modern city and become aware of its colorful history. But always it is the Roman baths that provide the main attraction. Visitors come away with the realization that there were people not much different to ourselves who lived here more than 2,000 years ago and had the knowledge and the expertise to build this truly magnificent masterpiece of engineering.